Este es Aaron Coney de enacomputers.com. Otro video para ti hoy. Another information technology help tip video. This deals with another goddamn motherfucking printer. So sick and tired of these printers. Let's cut to the chase. Canon Pixma MG8150. I have a Canon Pixma MG8150 all-in-one scanner printer. Everything worked fine on Windows XP, but I've now got a Windows 10 64-bit laptop and the scanner function is now missing. Classic upgrading technology. Trading in one micro crap, micro shit, micro slop, wind blows operating system for another. And something's missing. The door is ajar and a robber stole something. It's missing. Oh, such a terrible day in information technology land. They were using a Surface Pro. How dare they? A micro crap. I don't know that much about Surface Pros. I really don't support them that often. I don't know if I ever have. Maybe a couple once in a while. But yeah, they have their problems. They're not perfect. Anyways, Surface Pro 6 laptop. And they were having this problem since they purchased this new laptop. Well, duh. This is what happened. Here's the solution. This will be a short video. Unless I prolong it, and I don't know if I can prolong this one because I'm in it. They did not install the scanner driver. Those all-in-one devices, fax, modem, copier, printer, scanner, refrigerator, the internet of fucking stupid things, they need drivers. Each individual device will need a separate driver. They probably just plugged in the fucking printer via the USB cable. Big fucking mistake, especially on Windows 10. And then they were luckily able to print, and then they called it a day. Wrong. Here's a tip. Whenever you purchase new hardware, or you're purchasing new hardware but you're using old hardware with it, read the instructions, read the manual. Here's a, in my opinion, golden tip when it comes to printers, all-in-ones, multifunction devices, ad nauseum, ad infinitum, etc. with the labels. No pun intended. Oh, I don't support printer label printing. No, never. Anyways, when it comes to printers and Windows operating system, and I would say even Macintosh, but especially Windows, do not connect the printer first. Don't do it, especially with Hewlett-Packard printer devices. Don't do it. I know you want to. Don't. Read the quick start guide first. Read the setup instructions first. But most times you're better off. Install the software first, and then when you're prompted to, the software installation will nag you and it will ask you, are you connecting your printer via USB cable, Ethernet, or wireless? And then that's when you connect your printer to your computer. That's my golden tip. It can save you a lot of headaches. And here's another tip. It may save you time and headaches, and well, my scan, I can't scan. Well, it's missing. Oh my God! I got robbed. Canon. Well, this was a Canon. Well, Canon Incorporated. They're a scam. Oh, and I got overtime. I should have mentioned this. I got a little bit of overtime. It will be IT related. Normally, my overtime I never talk about information technology, but I have a little bit of overtime, so you're gonna have to stick around for that. I got threatened today on this website that I earn income. Not unusual. I don't give out orders, I don't give out advice or recommendations, but here's a tip. you might want to download the full driver and software. It depends on, not all of the major original equipment manufacturers have a full driver and software suite. If they do, it's very large. Hewlett-Packard are notoriously large, over 300 megabytes, and who knows what it'll be in the future, over gigabytes. I'm not making that shit up. However, it will install everything. It will install all the drivers that you need. It will install fax software. It will install scanning software. It will install, obviously, printers, drivers and software, and it will even install monitoring software so that you can monitor your ink usage and you can monitor your device and all that. So that is kind of a tip, and this would have helped with this individual. I have a sneaking suspicion they just couldn't wait to get their Surface Pros. Really, I don't really see that a ton of problems with them. So, I'm not giving them credit yet, but they do have problems, but compared to some, not as much. The IBM Idea Pads, not very good record, but anyways, I don't want to digress about my philosophy about where it's really boils down to the model and not necessarily the manufacturer. You know what I'm saying? Not all original equipment manufacturers have a full driver and software, but so that's what happened. So I will include a link in the description box of this YouTube video to, number one, the driver. Maybe you just need the driver. The scanner will not work without a driver. It just will not. The scanner is a separate separate device within a device. It's got a separate scan bed, it's got a separate circuit board. You know what I'm saying? It has to have its own driver. All the driver is software that talks. The operating system has to know how to talk to the hardware. That's all a driver is. It's just software. They're usually very small, but it's extremely important. Now, I also will include a link to MP Navigator. MP Navigator is an original equipment manufacturer software developed by Canon specifically for Canon devices. It will not work with Epson or Hewlett-Packard or Lexmark or Oki Data, or I think there's also Sanyo printers. There's like 10 big printer manufacturers now. Anyways, it will not work with any other device except for a Canon, and it will, well, I don't know for a fact. It may work with Canon devices that are close to the same model, but I don't know that for a fact. It probably won't work with most other Canon devices, except for maybe just this one. You know what I'm saying? The MP Navigator is a scanning tool, and so a lot of times you have free will. You can just install drivers. Now, I'll give you some more tips here. If you just install the driver, you're not going to find a scanning tool. You're going to search, and then this individual, they admitted that they were, buffoons, and in one of the comments, I didn't include it, but they basically said, well, everything I try fails, or basically they admitted that they were just buffoons when it came to technology. And I was like, I wonder why. So they responded back, well, I can't scan yet. And I even told them, I said, install the driver first. And then I responded again because I found the MP Navigator. I was like, well, fuck. Because I reread the ticket and I was like, shit, they're going to yell at me. And, threaten me like I got threatened today. And I was like, and I scrambled. Usually I like to be proficient and efficient. I like to just give all the information out at once so I don't have to sit there and, respond back and forth and hold their hand. And whereas I have pre-written instructions and I have it all thought out and I have it all, and if it fixes one issue for a computer clown, it might fix an issue for another computer clown. You know what I'm saying? So I scrambled and I gave them the link to the MP Navigator. But they responded back saying, well, I can't scan you. And I was like, they didn't read. So I had to give them the link again. You see where they fucking waste your time? It just drives me insane. But, you know, I was evaluated. What the fuck? I do have my window open, and my last office didn't have a screen for their window, and this hotel, it doesn't have a screen, but it does have a window that opens, and it's like, America is a cesspool of stinginess and cheapness. It's just, these motherfuckers, they're so cheap they won't even install screens. Maybe there were no screens ever installed on these windows. Well, they're not installed on the windows, but, you know, yeah, it screens out bugs, and when it's windy, a lot of dust will fly. Anyways, it is springtime now, so maybe that was a flying object. I think it was a gnat. But anyways, I thought I saw something fly around. I'm like, what the fuck is this? MP Navigator. So if you just want the driver, and you can go out and find a tool, but you have to have the driver installed. But if you want to use your own tool to scan, there's some that you have to pay for, and there's some free tools out there that you'll find. Look for Twain, or what is the other term? Twain is one, and Sane and Twain. Yeah, I'm not rhyming intentionally. You know what I'm saying? But my tip is to just use the Canon. Well, just use the original equipment manufacturer, unless you don't like it, or it sucks, or it's buggy. But you know what I'm saying? Anything further, I think I'm ready for overtime. So it solved the problem. They were just being buffoons, and they admitted that they were knuckleheads, and you know. yeah, I sure learned really quickly. These got okay. Overtime. I think I went over everything. It was easy. It was a quick fix. I mean, if it was me, a couple minutes, download it, install the driver, install the MP Navigator, boom. I don't think it even requires a restart. Boom, it'll detect your scanner, and boom, you're on your way to scanning. And boom, 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 bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. All right, overtime. Normally, I don't speak of information technology topics in my overtime. So you can stick around, you can leave. You probably already left already, so, you know, I don't fucking care, but whatever. So I got threatened today on this third-party website where I support computer clowns. And this one was just pathetic. Now, I get ripped off a lot. I know I do. I get ripped off twice. I get bent over and sodomized twice on this website. Number one, the company that runs it, they're crooked, and they're stingy, and who knows how much money they make off of me. You know what I'm saying? Also, the customers on this website are cheapskate, motherfucker, stingy bitches and assholes. I've never seen bigger cheapskates. There is no other industry like information technology. None. You don't go into a donut shop and bitch and moan that you have to pay for your donuts, or you should get free donuts, or you should get, you know, buy one get one free every time. You don't roll into a Starbucks and get free coffee, and you also don't get advice. Can you roll into a Starbucks and ask them about their coffee equipment they use, and if they have any tips, or what model you should buy, or what kind of coffee you should buy? Obviously Starbucks, makes their own coffee. It's proprietary, whatever. I don't really like Starbucks. It's very strong, way too strong. It tastes like petroleum. In my opinion, Starbucks, it's all about marketing. The quality of the coffee is garbage. To me, it's nothing more than fucking goddamn petroleum. You know what I'm saying? No other industry is like information technology. These motherfucking cheapskates, all day long, I see them. They a lot of times they start off right away. Oh, is this free, or do I have to pay for this, or how much does this cost? I almost never, ever, ever help out those individuals. Never. Unless it's a really slow day or a really slow week and I'm desperate for fake Federal Reserve notes so I can keep a roof over my head, you know, and so I don't have to make YouTube videos out in a parking lot somewhere and, you know, using McDonald's, AT&T, free Wi-Fi. But that's not the only place I see these stingy motherfuckers. A lot of times they lie. They lie and claim I didn't help them. And then now this website has a 100% guarantee, 100% refund, 100%. But a lot of these idiots and morons and imbeciles on this website are so fucking stupid that they don't realize they don't need to lie. But a lot of them are idiots, so they still lie. Because you know why they lie? So that they can ask for a refund. And then I get robbed. I get fucked over. I don't receive any compensation for my time. And this is a classic case. This happens a lot. Probably at least every day. At least once. Maybe who knows how many times. Because I really don't know. I'm not sitting with these motherfuckers while they're on their computers. So I don't know if they're lying to me or they're being honest or truthful. I just don't know. But I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm probably getting sodomized once, twice, 3 times a lady per day. This was a classic case. They wanted an instruction manual for a specific software. Normally I don't support that software because it's a dictation software. Dictation software has never been reliable. It's not very accurate. It has not changed, so that's why I don't fuck with it. And this specific brand has all kinds of weird, but now back in the day I tried. Someday I may make a video about what I've learned and why I only really deal with certain specific. I'll be blunt and honest. I've learned, and if the percentages are low, I don't waste my time. I only deal with issues I know I can fix, because I know it's going to be a high percentage, and then that way I get compensated. Otherwise, I'm a victim of robbery every day. So this is dictation software, and all they needed was a manual. That's common. These individuals, they don't know anything. They don't know what a search engine is, but if you tell them what Bing and Google is, they're like, oh, but they still don't know that Bing and Google are search engines. All right. All they wanted was a manual for the software, and then I asked them, well, what version of software are you using? And I need the version name and I need the number. And they gave me part of that information, but I was like, you know what? I'll just go out and look. And I found a user guide for this software. It was quite large, a PDF that was free and downloadable from the developer's website. And so I was like, oh, well, I found this user guide for this version software. And then I was like, that should be an easy one. I mean, they should download it as long as it's the correct version and the correct number for the correct software that they just bought. They said it was brand new. That I should be good to go. I should receive compensation for my time and my expertise and for the speed. It didn't take me that long to find it, because I'm very proficient when it comes to internet searches, and then also I know if I waste too much time using an internet search, then just go directly to the website and then look from there and learn where to look and learn how to look. And a lot of websites have their own search engines for their website. Well, then they responded back yelling at me. So and there's a lot of fucking noises in this hotel, a lot of foot traffic or a lot of people shutting doors and distracting me. But normally this hotel is much quieter, but it's not perfect. Yeah, I don't think you'll ever find a hotel. I don't, unless you get a suite on the very top and you're the only tenant on the top floor and you're paying $10,000 a night. You know what I'm saying? So they started yelling at me, and they're, you're asking for more money, and then, how much? They started complaining about the money. Now this third-party website, there's nothing I don't run it. they have a lot of upsells. That's not illegal, and that's capitalism. I don't really like it, but you have to upsell sometimes. If you want to make money in America, sometimes you have to upsell, or that's one way to, make additional income. Well, they were being upsold, and this website has automated upsells. They are, and I'm not going to tell you specifically, but they are upsold certain services. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't turn them off. I can't. There's no way for me to stop that. And and a lot of times I can tell. They'll respond back with no. And I'm like, whoa, what do you mean no? Or they'll just type something weird. And I'll just say, I also copy and paste that one. I just say something like, well, just ignore those messages, or whatever. But this was different. They started yelling at me, because when you're on the internet, one way to yell is to type in all caps. I fucking hate that. That's another pet peeve of mine. If I see people that open a ticket and it's in all caps, chances are I won't help them, because you should know better than that. And especially when they're typing in lowercase and then they start typing in uppercase. Well, I'm not an idiot and a moron. You're yelling at me because now you're typing all caps and you want me to pay attention. You want to get my attention. Well, then they started yelling more about the price. They got, well, you want more money, and well, how much you going to charge me, and blah, blah. And then, now this is after I gave them the information that they were looking for. They didn't say, oh, it was wrong, or it wasn't the wrong version, or, no. Then they threatened me. But they're such idiots and morons that they either misspelled, or it was a typo, or they're just idiots and morons. They threatened me and said that they were going to contact the FCC. I'm pretty sure they used that acronym. I hate acronyms. I'm pretty sure they typed in FCC, F-double-C. Well, the Federal the Federal Communications Commission has nothing to do with the Federal Trade Commission. These fucking idiots and morons, I think what they really fucking meant was that they were going to contact the Federal Trade Commission for this and file a complaint. Well, that's never going to happen, because you're allowed to upsell. There's just no way around it. How else that's an age-old I'm not a capitalist, but there's nothing not that I'm aware of, there's nothing illegal about upselling services, especially in information technology. But let me reiterate, the majority of these computer clowns on this website that I support every fucking day, they're idiots, they're morons, they're imbeciles, they're stupid, they're mental midgets, and they're stingy ass motherfuckers. They don't want to pay for information technology support. They don't want to pay to get their computer issue fixed. They don't want to pay you so that you spend the time and find their manual for them. So fuck them. So that was my part of my overtime, where I got threatened. Now, I have not received a death threat, but if I do, I will let you know. And if I was a betting man, I would probably say that might have occurred on this website. Now, a little bit more overtime is, I'm not going to go into details, but I know for a fact that there's at least one or two accusations that the trolls, now that could have been a troll, that could have been an employee, or that could have been one of these bitches and asshole, what is known as customers and clients. They're not customers and clients to me. No, they're just, 98% of the repugnant scum Americans. There is accusations that the founder, the chief executive officer of this corporation, is one of the trolls, and he trolls us technicians. Or now, I'm not gonna now. This website is a little bit different. There's other niches. I'll just say that. And there was an accusation that one of the other individuals that makes money off this website. He used to troll the other independent contractors because he wanted to, because he was competitive. There's another accusation that the CEO is one of the trolls, and it's well documented. I think it's very possible. I really do. I think a lot of these trolls are actually employees, and I think some of them might be the moderators. And the moderators are pieces of shit, scum on this website, except for one. There's only one decent one. Now, I'm not a misogynist, but I've had nothing but problems with the female moderators. I had to ban one of them. I can receive private messages from moderators. I've been earning income on this website off and on for like almost 10 years now. A few months ago, a moderator was stalking me. She kept sending me the same message over and over. 4 times. I counted 4 fucking messages. Now, we are independent contractors. We're not employees. We don't, we basically have free will. Now, they try to control us, and they try to act like we're their employees, but no. No, I know for a fact. I've quit at times and not, waste, spent time on this website, and it came back and nothing happened. So the moderators, so I had to ban her. Now, I don't like to support people over the phone. I hate it. I hate, contemplating, and I hate supporting end users over the telephone. But recently I started it because, the commissions are really not too bad. And it's about the money, man. I was like, fuck. But before that, I think ever gave out like 3 times of telephone support in like 10 years because I hated it. I just hate it. This moderator was trying to get me to do a phone call and provide technical support of the phone. And the moderators always harass me about it, and I never respond to them. I never view their messages, but I delete their messages, but I never view them. Well, this bitch, and I'm not a misogynist, but I will call females bitches when I think they're acting like a bitch. She wouldn't leave me alone. She messaged me 4 times within about 20 minutes. I did not respond to any of her messages. I did not read them. The 3rd message, I flagged it. And I figured she would get the hint. She messaged me again, and then I flagged the 4th message, and I blocked her. And since then, I've only had one piece of shit moderator contact me since then. I had another problem with another female moderator. She, I think, she's in a different niche now. But she would do the same thing. But usually she would give up after 2 or 3 times. But she would just, keep, dude, come on. I'm not an idiot and a moron. You are. You piece of shit moderators are idiots and morons. I bet they can probably barely use a computer. You know what I'm saying? And so she would piss me off, but I noticed she has different duties, and now I think she has a beef against me because I never responded to her. And I know these are females, you know why? And they're employees. They get a salary. They have avatars, and they put their, unless they're fake, unless they're males acting like they're female, moderators with feminine names, but they're females because they have their avatar is of a female, and then the only moderator on this website that is halfway decent is a male, and he has an avatar, and it's a male. He has a male name too, although he's from a different country, I think, but I think he's still an employee. He only messaged me once, and then that's it. And then even when I receive emails from some of these moderators about other facets of this website that I'm not going to discuss, and I know their names and stuff, but I've never talked to them. I've never Once in a while I might say thank you, but other than that I just ignore their emails. But he's pretty decent. He this other bitch, not the one that I banned and blocked permanently, she like lectures me. I'm not going to get into details, but there's another way I can earn income, and I'm not going to discuss that. What it requires is it requires something I have to perform on the website, and then they look into it, and then they make a decision, and then I'll get an email. It's kind of like a help desk. It's like a ticket. I guess it's like opening a ticket. You get an automated response, and then when they do make a decision, they personally email me and tell me, oh well, they tell me yes or no, basically. And well, this bitch, she lectured me. She sent me an email tell me what I could not or could not do. When I opened the ticket, she sent me a long ass email just lecturing me on what I could or could not do. You know what I'm saying? And now I've noticed that I think she has a beef against me. I've never received emails about, how shall I word this? Okay, so I complain about refunds. It deals with refunds, okay? But I'm not going to go into details. I lose money, okay? I don't worry about it. I don't obsess over it. There's parts of the website that I have access to that I could look up every accounting figure, and it'll tell you how much was refunded, or how, I don't care about it anymore, because all it does is just pisses me off, and so I ignore all that. But never. Like I said before, I've been earning income on this website off and on for 10 years. Never received a message about, quote unquote refunds. Well, we had to deduct this amount, or well, you deserve more money, or accounting information. This moderator, not the one that I banned, but another female bitch, she now emails me about their accounting. I've never received accounting messages, and she personally sends me a message, and it's like, I don't fucking care. I don't even read these emails, because fuck these moderators except for one. Well, now it's like almost like they open a ticket. It's like, oh, get the fuck out of here. But I use it to my advantage. Like a day or two after the ticket is opened, I get an email, and then guess what? It asks me to evaluate the moderator. And I always downvote the moderator. It's a duality. It's kind of like YouTube. You can either like a video or dislike. Well, with this cunt, I always dislike it. These goddamn fucking humans, especially these goddamn fucking Americans, they are fueled by emotions. They refuse to use logic. Adios.